about to start with the National Assembly Gottwaldov 2024, and I cannot imagine a better person to officially open the NA than Veronika, the President of ESN Czech Republic.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm super happy that we managed to gather here today in Zlín. I know the way was a bit difficult. It includes me, my way to get here. So I'm really sorry for delay for the start. Really thank you that you, as I said, managed to come here. Welcome all of the section representatives. I'm sure that we can officially start because we have 2/3 majority. Also, thank you to the National Board that they managed to come here today. As I said, it was very stressful. I'm looking forward to enjoy this NA, and thank you, my Vice President, for helping to organize this NA. Also, big thanks to OC, our organization committee, for being here. You can see them in the blue T-shirts. And special thank you to the chairing team, because without you, we couldn't start. Also, thanks to the Tomas Bata University, because without them we couldn't be here today. And also we have 3 partners here for today to present. Fourth one should come very soon. We have a Vodafone here, then we have our Czech National Agency, and also Amnesty International. The time travels should arrive soon. I'm really sorry I didn't prepare any speech ahead because I was on the way. So you can see I'm really improvising. But by that, I would like to verbally open the NA Gottwaldov 2024.
And of course, we would like to give a word to the organization committee as well. So Paya, please.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I would like to welcome you all here in our lovely brick city, Zlín, but for the weekend, Gottwaldov. Today, we are at the Faculty of Technology, but tomorrow we will be in Faculty of Humanities, so just keep that in mind that we will go to a different place tomorrow. Also, we hope that your travel went smoothly and that you had time to accommodate yourselves. We were working really hard with my OC on this event, so I hope you will have fun and you will enjoy it. You can recognize us by the blue T-shirts and the safety team with the yellow band. Also make sure that you are in the WhatsApp groups, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to approach us. And just a quick OC announcement, the coffee breaks will be held right in front of the plenary room, but don't take the food inside this room. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you again, and now to the funny part, the rules of the game. So, to start with some gestures, maybe some of you know and some of you noticed we are doing some weird stuff with our hands. For example, when we want to request the silence, we raise the both hands up. And you should do the same to ensure that everybody's paying attention. The silent agreement, you're having the gestures also in the banner. That's it for that. If you are having the question, you are raising your hand, please really high in the air so we can see you. If you are having reaction to what was said or to the given topic, you are raising 2 fingers again up in the air, and if you are having some procedural question or you want to share like your code or something else, some technological stuff, you raise 1 finger. To proceed, you are also having some rights, of course. The section representatives, I hope all of them sits in the front already. They're having the right to vote and also right to propose the voting. Can I try without the microphone? Yep. Is it better without the microphone? Yes. It would be really nice if you already scanned it. So you already have the access to it, because we will be having opportunity to ask questions already like in a meanwhile with the presentations of the partners. And the QR code will not be there like, 24/7. So it's way more effective if you do it now. So we are having like a smooth way of the NA, and everybody feels comfy and safe. Of course, we need to like respect each other and like ask for the consent, for example, be on time, all these things that we are supposed to follow based on the code of conduct. But not only, we are also just the people, so be nice to each other, please. If you're gonna be breaking some of the rules, etc., you might be asked to leave the National Assembly, and nobody wants that, right? I don't think I ever been to NA that it would happen, so let's not do it. Let's be nice and let's enjoy this weekend. To the proper introduction. We will start, of course, with our lovely cheering team. So you know who is speaking to you, who are these people in front of you. So my name is Zuzana, and originally I am from ESN Zlín. Well, I joined in the times when it was still called Body Systems Zlín. in 2018. So that's why the picture, because I consider myself as a really professional fossil, aka dinosaur. And it's really nice to be here as a part of the chairing team because like I was already in here as a head of OC for the National Assembly in 2021. Then I was here also as a part of the National Board during another National Assembly. And of course, I am missing one more position as the chairing team, right? So this is like a nice circle for me and maybe a sign that I should take a rest from ESN. I also wanted to mention my favorite local event, which was the Christmas party in 2019. So pre-COVID times, much better than now, but I'm still enjoying it. I was trying to count like how many NAs I attended, and I don't remember all of them, not because of the reasons that you might think, but it's 4 years. And what I remember is that it was definitely 15 of them, so let's say 15 plus. And I'm still enjoying being here with you. So thank you. We will continue with Janča.
I am in ESN for over 3 years. Yes, and all that time I was and I still am president of ESN UWB Pilsen, but for this NA I will be the vice chair, as you can see. This is my 13th NA, and that's me. Thank you.
And we continue with Josef.
Yes, hello, I'm Josef. I'm the technical chair of the lovely chairing team for this NA. So my role as a chairing team's technical chair is to ensure the technical aspects of the meetings. I know the audio in this room is very horrible, but I'm gonna fix it tomorrow, and you won't even see me because I'll be locked inside a technical room. So enjoy the views while you still can. Another role that I have is to actively communicate with the organizing committee regarding technical equipment for plenaries, and I've been in the ESN for 1 year, and I'm also from ESN Zlín.
Thank you so much. And of course, we are having a lot more important people. For now, we are having still the audit committee. Still, I mean, come on. Voting is on Sunday. And of course, we are having all the national board members and their supporters. Let's see their lovely pictures. This is the national board. You can see them in the front, and I hope you know who are they. If not, this is the right time this weekend. And we are also having a couple of national supporters in here. So maybe if you can wave. I see Thor. 1, 2, 3, and where is the fourth one? Okay. So part of the OC. Okay, amazing. Last but not least, we are also having the safety team. So during the part that I was talking about like being kind, being nice, being mindful, respectful, of course, if you are not feeling comfy, physically, mentally, something happened and you don't know how to deal with it, do not hesitate to approach these lovely people on the pictures. You are having also the contacts for them. They're also in the survival guide. And of course, you can also approach the chairing team or the other members of the national board as well. Just speak up. There is like not like minor or major thing. Everything is really individual, so don't be afraid. We don't bite. We are here to help and make you feel comfortable and included. And now it's your time to shine. We are going through the introduction of the section delegates. So, can we have the microphone for the section delegates, or you want to scream, or how do you feel like? Screaming or having microphone? Okay, cool, cool. So, can we start from the right? Oh yeah, please.
Hello everybody, my name is Tomas, I'm president of ESN ESN Prague, and I would say my highlight of my ESN career is actually what I learned I could apply in a job interviews, and actually it was good points and the valid points, and the interviewers were accepting my point. Thank you.
Hello, Alexei from Munich. My highlight of my ESN career has to be Munich team building from a year ago. No, 3 years ago. It was amazing.
Hello everyone, my name is Kuba, I'm the president of ESN UC Brno, and my highlight was probably being head of partners for international student role last semester.
Hello, my name is Ilya. I'm president of ESN European Advice, and my ESN career highlight would be probably being able to get here through Brno.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
So, hello everyone, my name is Nikki, I am Vice President of ESN UP Olomouc, and my ESN highlight is that this past half year I cracked my school 2 times, and both on ESN actions. So, yeah.
Hello, my name is Adam. I am communication manager from Pardubice, and my highlight is when I left and PM. Hi guys, my name is Linda and I'm president of ESN Husky, and my favorite highlight is when I became a president, because I want to be president of Czech Republic.
Hi, my name is Emma, I'm the Vice President of ESNC Prague, and my highlight of my ESN career is being the vice head of the infamous NA Gottwaldov.
Hi. Sasha from ESN City in Prague, and my highlight is probably being one of the organizers of NA Gottwaldov.
Hello, my name is Vladimir, I'm from Dubai, or Prague, how we find out about that. And my biggest highlight is helping the other members of my section with their activities.
Hello guys again. I'm Maya, president of ESN Zlín, and hopefully this is going to be my highlight of ESN career.
Hello, my name is Katarina, vice president of ESN Bank Canada, and my highlight is that my board elected me for the second time since the vacation.
Is there anyone else that we skipped? Okay, cool, cool. Hey, maybe can I ask you to go in the front, like in the second, or maybe in here, because we are gonna continue with like part, the official part, let's say. We're gonna do the quorum check, and we're gonna do the first set of warm up for the Sunday, you know. So I hope all of you are having your voting devices. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So when you're going to be voting for something, please have it in the air until I tell you not to. Okay, so we can like properly count and everything. So let's start with a quorum check. The first, or like the question of the quorum check is, what was the name of this city in 1948? And the answers are Gottwaldov, Svit, and Zlín. So now we're gonna go to your part. Who is voting for Gottwaldov? Please raise your voting device now. High, really high, please. So it's okay.
Tu ještě otázka.
Thank you so much. Who is voting for Svit? And who is voting for Zlín? Was there anyone who was not voting? Yeah, kind of counting with that. I'll stop some. We will do it one more time because there is one person missing. So please, again, really, really high in the air. So, who is voting for Gottwaldov? Who is voting for Svit? And who is voting for Zlín? Oh, now we're good, right? Just a second, please. We also want to know the correct answer, though. Okay, so we are having the 17 section representatives in here, and we are having the 17 votes, which is pretty nice because the two-thirds are fulfilled, and we can continue with the votings. This is how you were voted, and the correct answer, since like you know, I was not like examining you or something, but the correct was Zlín. It was renamed to Gottwaldov in 1949, and Svit was the name of the Bata company after it was renamed to Gottwaldov. Beautiful. So, can we continue with the official voting? We are having two votings that are going to be done publicly, so again, you're going to be raising your hands. The voting number one, we are having the agenda approval. So, do you approve the National Assembly Gottwaldov 2024 agenda as presented in the preparation package? The options are yes, no, and abstain. So please raise your voting device if you vote for yes. that are in the room voted for yes, 0 for no, and 0 for abstain. So the agenda of National Assembly Gottwaldov 2024 has been approved. Yay! Now to the voting number 2. That's about the Electoral Commission. As I was mentioning, we are having more votings on Sunday, and those are going to be especially the secret ones. And for that, we need the help from the Electoral Commission, of course. So, do you approve Samir Salimov and Anishka Zuzankova as the Electoral Committee members for National Assembly Gottwaldov 2024? The options are yes, no, and abstain. So please, who is voting for yes? Raise your voting devices. Who is voting for no? And who is voting for abstain? Okay, amazing. So, as you can see, the results are 17 votes for yes, 0 for no, and 0 for abstain. So the proposal to elect Samir Salimov and Anishka Zuzankova as the Electoral Committee of National Assembly Gottwaldov 2024 has been approved. Thank you so much for this interaction. And now hopefully you will be hearing some more interesting topic than the official part about votings and procedures. And I would like to invite to the floor Petr Zapotocký to have the presentation about Vodafone.
Okay, and hi. My name is Peter, and I have been working with Vodafone for 7 years. And my hobbies are cycling, hiking, and traveling, and my dog Eddie. Okay, moment. Máte za nějaký rozházený tu prezentaci?
Foto jak v tomu formátu.
Okay. Okay, Vodafone Czech Republic is part of the international Vodafone Group, telecommunication leader in Europe and Africa. In the Czech Republic, we provide more than 4.5 million customers with the old mobile service, internet, and digital TV. Vodafone has already covered more than 89% population with 5G network. There are hundreds and towns and small villages. Okay, and here it's Vodafone maps. Purple is partner, and red is Vodafone Group. Here it's Britain, Spain, Germany, Italy, South Africa, and India. And now it's totally 28 countries. Okay, and here it's a tariff plan for student. Je to v tobě, and starting je to v tobě super. Here it's 10 megabit speed and price starting 487 with iSIG. It's all tariff plan. It's unlimited call and message. And second tariff plan is Super Pulse. And here it's 20 megabyte speed and price starting 657. And the best tariff plan, it's premium 5G, and here it's all unlimited and unlimited speed, and starting price 857, which ISIC. Okay, and here it's fixed internet, and free here is free choice, and premium, super, and basic. Premium is 1 gigabit, super is 500 megabit, and basic 250 megabit. Here it's planned in starting 299 price, and this price is first 6 months. And for the student, it's fine. Okay, and here it's Vodafone TV plan. It's starting in basic offer. The red text is combination and tariff plan or internet. It's starting price 220. It's possible combine and sport package, cinema package, and family. And it's possible combination all in one. In here it's price 910. Yeah, it's crazy price. Okay, and here it's ESN activation and recharging ratio. Here it's last 3 years. And yeah, and last year its offers it's 950 and activation 1,272. Yeah, it's here it's highest activation. It's normally a ESN section in making SIM card stock. Winter semester it's better. It's standardly it's I don't know 2,000, 2,800 offers for SIM card and activation and highs to summer semester. Okay, and here it's all proposition to all time. It's starting 2016. It's 500 megabyte. Yeah, it's very small bundle for data. And first changing it's 2017 on 3 gigabyte, and 2018 same, and 2022 in changing 6 gigabyte, and 2023 changing to 15 gigabytes. Yeah, here it's the problem. 2023, it's the high price the package in 400 for to making the same plane. And 2024 it's changing to the same offer and 50% discount the package, and now in price 200 korun. Okay, and here it's proposition to ESN card, 15 gigabyte, free message to Vodafone site, and next 5 months in price 200 korun. 1 minute call in 4 korun 50 cent, and message 1 korun 90 cent, and extra credit 50 Czech korun, valid for 45 days. Okay, and here it's a rechargeable option. It's possible ATM, and last partner ČSOB. It's ATM. It's old school. It's better internet banking. Česká spořitelná komerční banka, ČSOB and Moneta. Partner stores, all the Saska terminal, Gecko Tabak, and Tabak shops, and Česká pošta. Okay, it's possible recharge Vodafone store and Vodafone website. It's Vodafone website is best choice. Okay, how can find my remind credit? It's possible to send a message to 7700, and text is colleague space credit, and possible looking to application Můj Vodafone and Vodafone website. Okay, and here it's last slide. Switch from the existing SIM card. Yeah, it's easy. And student need looking to eSIM upload option, the phone menu, and the scan QR code. Available in my Vodafone self-service service, My SIM or eSIM. In the My eSIM menu, you will do text read to active. Okay. The procedure for uploading your eSIM varies depending. Depending on the phone you're using, you will also need the PIN code. The PIN code is 1234. After successfully uploading eSIM your phone, we will automatically active. It's reaching about 1 hour. Your number will then stop working the old SIM card and automatically start work in eSIM. If the eSIM has not automatically logged into network, and please switch your phone off and on. And finally, we have on recommendation, make sure you remove the origin SIM card from your phone so that everything works at the shut. That's all.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we are having the time for the questions. So now it's your time to shine and show us how you can work perfectly with the Slido. You can be asking the questions in the Slido, the QR code that you were scanning. The QR code if you need it again. Okay. So we already have a question. So, Radia is having a question.
Yeah, thank you, Radia, ESN CZ. I have a question. Why do you think that the ordered SIM cards for ESN decrease every year? Like, why do we, how is it possible that every year we activate less cards?
Proč je tam propad? No. Věděl, myslím, že vám to jezdí míň, ne? Nebo... Ne. Okay, it's maybe a now and low to active the SIM card. It's problem to go to student to Czech Republic. It's lowest. It's 2019 in highest activation, and now in smallest, and maybe in changing to game and COVID, and now it's online. I don't know.
Thanks so much. Yep. Okay, we have one more question. It is from Veronica, so we have the microphone.
Hello, Veronika Plchová, ESNCZ. I have just a question, if does every Vodafone store provides services in English? Like if it's English friendly for the students, they will come physically to the branch or store?
Yeah, it's no problem. It's all the Vodafone store, it's speak to English. Yeah, it's fine. It's no problem.
Thank you, and we are doing 2 more questions. Yay! So the next one is from Ramsey. Hello.
Hello.
Just wait for the microphone, please, because of the screen.
Is it good? Should be, okay. Remziye Köpük, ESN UCT Prague. Is the data of the current tariff working on the roaming, or it's only in Czech Republic?
It's working to Europe or
All
Schengen
Europe.
state, yeah.
Yes, thank you.
The next question is from Yaroslav.
Thank you. Are there some real benefits for users from changing from SIM on eSIM? Thank you.
The benefit is possible using the SIM card in origin countries. Yeah, maybe better for the banking, online banking. Yeah. Many students need old SIM card for communication banking and eSIM check for data.
Thank you so much. Is anybody else writing? So hereby I propose to close the speakers list. Any objections? Amazing. Thank you so much again for the presentation. And now we're going to proceed with a presentation from the National Agency, and we're going to hear from Michal. So please, the floor is yours.
Study in Czechia. Not ESN itself. For international education and research. In short, it's called DZS, because in Czech, we're called Dům zahraniční spolupráce. And we are publicly funded, directly under the authority of Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports of the Czech Republic. And our main agenda or our main goal is to facilitate international cooperation in education, not only in formal, but also in informal education. And how? Basically by providing information, consultancy, analytical services for different target groups. So in Study in Czechia, we like to call ourselves the only official English-speaking source of information for prospective students when they're actually looking for their future university, their future program, which they would be studying in Czechia. But of course, we're not the only source of information. Would you maybe know the main source of information for these guys outside Europe maybe, or also within Europe when they're trying to find their future ideal university? That would be word of mouth. Yeah, that would be the first source of information, of course, and we're just behind that, or we're trying our best. So yeah, we promote studies at Czech universities primarily. How? By having our website studyin.cz, but what's maybe more interesting is the portal, the interactive portal, which is portal.studyin.cz, where the students can find different filters, and we have information about virtually any university based in Czechia there. So I would definitely recommend that. We also have social media, of course. Yeah, we answer questions from prospective students, mainly through social media, but also through this old school platform called emails. Yeah, then we have, we try to represent ourselves and represent the country as a whole at fairs in person, both in person and also online fairs. And we cooperate with ambassadors. I will talk about this group of people in just a minute. And also, yeah, we do different campaigns. Whenever some university or maybe even Czech embassy ask us, we do different campaigns with them. Yeah, these guys, they are called Study in Czechia ambassadors. That's their official names, and probably a lot of stuff that we do wouldn't be possible without them. Here in the picture you can see the lovely team, the current team of our ambassadors. We have 8 new people from across the world and also 3 so-called senior ambassadors. So currently we have people from India, Ecuador, Mexico, Colombia, Israel, Yemen, and yeah, these countries. They are actually trained volunteers. This means that they are not paid, but we do pay for events like workshops, workshop on making social media posts, on post-production, and things like that. We pay lecturers and people who train these ambassadors in these kinds of skills, so that they can post on our social media about their study journey, about their life in Czechia, etc. So yeah, that would be the media content creation, especially on Instagram. So if you maybe would like to, I would encourage you to follow our Instagram and join other 5,500 followers that we already are proud of having. Yeah. And now I'm moving on to a little bit of a later stage of life, I would call that, with the Czechia Alumni National Program. And yeah, we think staying in touch with Czechia and the alma mater can bring many positive outcomes, even after the students graduate and finish their studies. How do we actually try to manage that? First of all, by organizing networking events where all sorts of different graduates, but also current students can actually meet, talk, have fun, etc. Yeah, we try to support people which are asking about internships or work in Czechia. And we also promote the Czech universities through the alumni as well, and disseminate information of possible international cooperation. And yeah, we also try to focus on people that are already outside Czechia by cooperating with Czech embassies and Czech centers abroad. And if any of you would be interested, it doesn't matter if it's a Erasmus Plus program that you'd be finishing, or maybe a short summer course, or a long-term, of course, bachelor, master, or doctoral level. If you'd be finishing this, please join our program, because yeah, we try our best to get together these people from different universities so that they can share their memories, their experiences, have fun together, laugh together, cry together, yeah, share some nostalgia maybe. For example, at these events like International Student and Alumni Meetup, which was last month in Brno. We also had alumni meetup in Pakistan, in Prague this year. Sorry, alumni meetup for people from Pakistan in Prague. And also international student and alumni meetup in France this year. We had more than 100 people there, I think, from, I guess, if I'm not mistaken, 17 different universities. And yeah, shortly about our cooperation with ESN. Of course, we do share very similar goals or visions. That's why we think it's beneficial to mutually help each other, support each other, for example, at different events, one of them being National Assembly. And yeah, we promote events and activities on each other's social media. We cooperate on different projects, events, and yeah, by sharing this common vision of bringing global and international level to education in Czechia, we think, yeah, we think we need to, or we have established this idea that it's needed, and that is the financial support. And we have set up this amount of euros per year, actually, for ESN to be able to provide these activities. Yeah, these are some of the events that we actually shared. Maybe, yeah, for example, on the bottom from your side, yeah, bottom right, we had Veronica at a recent international student and alumni meetup in Brno, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. We also had the photo on the bottom left, Zuzka, which is the Czechia alumni representative. She was hosting her presentation during the National Assembly. Then we had on the bottom, on the top left, I think it's Valeria. Yeah, she had her presentation or workshop about volunteering, right, at our event. And on the top left, we have Rita, the, I believe, still current president of International Board of ESN at the conference of DZS. The conference was called Chedukon. Yeah, it was the conference about international education in higher education, yeah. And we also had Veronica being guest of our of our Instagram live session with Valentina, my lovely colleague. She's a social media manager of Study in Czechia. So yeah, that would be one of the many other opportunities. And what else? We sent our ambassadors to universities. They do university visits for facilitating connections and promoting our initiative, of course. Yeah, we distribute promotional materials like leaflets, brochures, and yeah. I think you also help us with promotion of Czechia alumni program, because you actively try to encourage Erasmus Plus students. As I was saying, they can also join the alumni program. And that would be it from me. So yeah, thank you.
So again, the time for questions. I'm opening the speakers list, and you can be asking your questions in the Slido again. Maybe we can share a QR code for a little bit again. Take your time to scan it, and please try to state your full name and the section with the question in the Slido, because it's making it much more easier for the minutes than to Okay, so we are having the first question from Teresa.
Hello, thank you very much for your, my name is Teresa Otcová, ISNCZ. Thank you very much for your presentation. I would like to ask, what do you think is the motivation of students to actually become the Study in Czechia ambassador?
This is actually a very nice question. question. Should I be using this? This would be my personal view. I think one of the main things would be for them to wanting to join this program is to be able to become part of some kind of community. Because we know how it works when somebody from the foreign country arrives here, especially in Czechia. Some of people might not feel as welcomed as maybe they expected. So that would be my personal maybe view, but maybe some of us here would share a different opinion. So yeah.
Tereza Otcová, ESNCZ. Would you think that it might be caused as well, thanks to ESN, that the students actually felt welcome in the universities, etc.? So they just want to share the experience that we are actually welcoming and the ESN is helping in that?
Absolutely, definitely. I wanted to mention that as well because, yeah, you were here actually even before us, yeah, making this ground of, friendly environment, friendly atmosphere. So yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much. The next question is from Maruška. So can we microphone here?
Okay, hello, Maria Červenková, ASNCZ. So we touched up on promotion multiple times during your presentation. Do you please have any recommendations for our local sections about how to promote your programs, and what would you specifically recommend for them, for the local sections, because it's a bit different for them to promote?
Maybe if you could help me understand how local sections work, maybe on social media. Do you have your own social media? Yeah. So that would be the main thing. Yeah, probably through social media.
And for the programs, I mean, what would you, in terms of that, would you like? The question was more as in not how they should promote, but what do you prefer them to promote as in their universities?
In their universities. Could you maybe explain a little bit more?
Okay, so I'm the communication manager of ESNCZ, and I would say the promotion on the local level and on the national level is a bit different.
Yeah.
Our local sections are in direct contact with the international students and Erasmus students. So is there any part of your programs, for example, Study in Czechia, Czechia alumni, that you would like to, like, for example, highlight for them to promote to the students?
Thank you so much. I would probably highlight the Czechia alumni program. We have our leaflets or other support material that I believe, can distribute. And yeah, it would be great if you could support us in this way. Yeah, telling the Erasmus Plus students that they could stay in touch with the country as a whole, maybe. Yeah, this is a little bit of this nostalgic level, you know. But yeah, if you could tell them that we are here and they can get part in this national program, that would be amazing.
Okay, thank you very much.
We are having two more questions. Before we jump into them, regarding the time I propose to close the speakers list, any objections for that? Amazing. So hereby I close the speakers list, and we continue with the two more questions. The first one is from Philip.
Hello, Philip Wagner, ESNCZ, and my question would be if you have any like upcoming events or meetups you would like to invite us to or something similar like the alumni meetup, or if there is anything in preparation we could look forward to.
Unfortunately, you caught me red-handed on this because I actually am not anymore. I am not part of Study in Czechia program anymore. So I no longer work there, and I am no longer in touch with my colleagues in like on a daily basis. So I unfortunately don't know, but the events will definitely be on a website Or, yeah, if you want, maybe we can get in touch and I can, yeah, maybe tell you later if I get these messages about the upcoming events in next year. Yeah, but I am not aware of any physical event like International Student and Alumni Meetup for this year anymore. Yeah.
Thank you for the answer.
Yeah.
Veronika Plchva, ESNCZ. First of all, thank you for lovely pictures in your presentation. They are unforgettable.
It was not my job.
Yeah. And second thing, I would like to ask if, like, how is this involved in European University Initiative, aka University Alliances? And how can ESN join these activities? Because I know DZS is involved, but how and how we can join?
In a European University Initiative?
Yeah.
Alliances? Wow, this is also a very hard question for me because I don't know the details, unfortunately. But I think they're only like starting the cooperation on a more like a frequent level. So I'm so sorry, but I don't know the answer. That would be.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah.
Thank you for answers and presentation.
Thank you so much.
Do you need a coffee? Let's go grab a coffee outside. No food inside, and we're gonna be back at 4:40. As well.
Protože je možné, že komunikace se dělala, tak jsem
Thank you for your attention. Now we're going to proceed with the agenda, and the next one on the agenda is amnesty. So the floor is yours.
Brilliant. Thank you. A fair evening to you all. I hope you had a very lovely coffee break. I hear a lot of cheering. And who am I? My name is Matthias Timmel, or Matthias Steimel, or however the hell you want to pronounce it. I come from the Brno University of Mune, and I represent Amnesty International, which I shall talk about now. But first off, now that you know me, could you please raise your hand if you've ever heard of Amnesty International, the organization, not Amnesty the word? No, that's brilliant. It's like 90% more people than usual. And okay, so I don't really need to explain too much, but for those 2 or 3 of you that who did not raise their hands, we are a human rights organization that, as the name suggests, functions worldwide. We are Amnesty International, and we were established in 1961, as our brilliant new merchandise suggests, which says, "Fighting bad guys since 1961." And what do we do? A lot of stuff, really. But why am I here? I am here to present to you the event Right for Rights, or in Czech, Marathon psaní dopisu, or Marathon of Writing Letters, which I might use these different names interchangeably in this presentation of mine. Now, the very basics. What the hell is this marathon? Well, it is an annual event which takes place every year in November and December, in which people worldwide write letters to dictators and to other really rude people, but also to prisoners and some really nice people. And these letters are meant to help. And I shall get to who will they help and how later on. Oh, I can look here. That sounds so nice. Yeah, and I also will get to some specific instances of how you could help with this entire thing. Brilliant. First off, actually, second off, we'll do some more history. This is a really number-heavy presentation. I'm so sorry for that. But this entire event is being held for 23 years now. It began in Poland, like a bit north of us, actually, and by just some really lovely people. And it is going strong, and as you might read in this brilliant text, we've already, through these 23 years, written 5 million letters, which is a lot of zeros after the 5, and which is, as if I do say so myself, quite impressive. And it did help a lot of people. I shall get to that also, to keep the numbers going. Now, yeah, so who do we write these letters for? I already told you that we write them to rude people and to nice people. The thing we try to accomplish is for prisoners. I should maybe hold this, right? Yeah, sorry about that. So these letters are
are a means to an end, and the end is for some people who are being oppressed, who are being locked up unjustly, to be released, or at least, at the very least, for their conditions to get better. And so to this end, we write to two groups of people. We write to authorities which hold people without really some valid justification. I will get to the categories of prisoners later, but the people are presidents, usually dictators, so presidents only in name, and to prisons, for example. And in these letters, we urge these people to let these prisoners go. And these prisoners are as I mentioned before, people who are being held up because of something which is not a legitimate reason in international law to be held up for. Space. No. Why not? Oh. I think I just goofed it. Brilliant. Yeah, sorry about that. So now we get to the main tenet of this entire thing, and that is pressure. So this entire operation functions on that. You might say to yourself, man, letters, how the hell do you stop, I don't know, some evil dictator with letters? And the thing is quite simple. If hundreds of thousands of letters come to your office, you get absolutely flooded, you are really pressured to help these people. And this is not everything. The pressure also comes from the international community, because you all know Amnesty International, and Amnesty International has a big say in worldwide events. Organizations like the United Nations refer to Amnesty International in certain affairs, and when these pleas don't function, the dictators or whoever decides not to act on them and just ignore them, burn all the letters, there is recoil. There is recoil from the international community. So there are two outcomes that could happen. Either these dictators will act on this immense pressure of hundreds of thousands or even millions of voices, or they will face challenges from the international community. This is pressure, the main tenet, and now we get to a simple 8-step program of how this entire thing works, and I will try to make it as simple as possible. So the very first step is Amnesty, the international, the organization identifies certain places and peoples and communities which are worthy of help, in need of help, and are also their circumstances are changeable by our means, which is the letters. Of course, not everything can be solved by letters. For example, you will probably not change the war in Ukraine by them. So the right identification is needed. Second step is these identified areas are put into so-called cases. There are 10 cases, and these cases are then distributed to all the national levels of Amnesty. So Amnesty International sends them to Amnesty Czechia, Amnesty Poland, Amnesty wherever. And there, these smaller cells can pick them and can start to propagate them. I might have, yeah, brilliant. I have covered the third step already. And what happens then is very lovely people, the activists, organize amazing events and actors around the around these cases. So these cases are the thing that gets targeted. And I will show you 2 cases later on. Fifth step is that on these events that are organized by these lovely people, letters get written. Sometimes if the lovely people are feeling generous and or fancy, they will write tweets, emails, and also sign petitions or whatever else that comes to their minds. And these letters start arriving at the places they are meant for and start flooding the prisons or the houses of the dictators. And what happens from now, from here, is change. And as I outlined already, this is either change by the circumstances of the prisoners getting better, or the nation being ostracized by the pressure of the international community. And the final step, which is quite self-explanatory, is we, the Amnesty, received these updates and can tell you that we are making difference with a funny grin on our faces. Now, I talked about this already, so that's just to clarify, we are helping prisoners of conscience being people who are being jailed just for their ideas, not even acting on them, and or for their identity, which they can't really change, for example, for their sexuality. These are prisoners of conscience, but we also focus on human rights defenders, who are people who actually act, but they act for the defense of human rights in the corners of the world where they are not taken for granted. These are the 2 groups we help, and we get to 2 of the cases we have here in the Czech Republic. This one is particular to the Czech Republic. It was not picked by the Amnesty International. It was specifically handpicked by Amnesty Czechia. And the reason why I'm taking you through these 2 cases in particular is because you can write a letter on this very conference tomorrow and the day after. Not here because I hear that we are in the wrong building, which is quite sad, but you can write a letter that will help for one of these 2 cases. The first case is a case for official gender reassignment. And now a bit of backstory. In Czechia and in most of the world, if you even can transition to be a different gender, you must undertake castration. Now, this is tragic, but I have great news. This has already been outlawed by the Czech government. We are just waiting for it to come to practice. So what this entire case is about is to make sure that that other means do not come into practice. For example, words are being spoken on the governmental grounds about the possibility of there being some toxic treatments and some other requirements to transition. This is a case where you can write to the government, to our Czech government, and and ask it not for that to happen. And we transition to the second case you can write about here, and that is the case of Maria Keleshnikova, who is an activist from Belarus, the last dictatorship of Europe, as it is being called. And she is an artist. She is a photographer. I do recommend Googling her. The photos are quite nice. But also she is somebody who joined opposition leader Svetlana Chikonovskaya. I'm sorry, I just butchered that name. But she joined the opposition. And if you know anything about Belarus, it's probably that joining the opposition is just about the worst thing you could do there if you want to stay free and alive probably also. And what happened after the 2020 elections there is that she was kidnapped by the state forces, and she was forced to emigrate to Ukraine. But being the badass that she is, she escaped the car she was kidnapped in. She managed to tear up her passport, and she returned to Belarus only to be arrested on the border. And now she is being imprisoned just for taking part in the opposition. Now, the thing why I am here is because I would like to at least ask you to consider and help. And the main reason is that it makes sense and it works. You can see this lovely number here, 40%. It doesn't seem to be such a large number, but it means that 40% of all cases we write for are successful, and the conditions change positively. And in these cases, many might say, including me, I did say that to myself when I first heard about this, is many might ask, but one person, what will one person do? Riddle me this. Now, that is a very valid question, and thing is that this makes precedent that this is possible. It brings hope. But the second, and at least for me, more important thing is that these people are people who can influence others. I was talking about Maria. She can influence people. She is the one of the leading people of the opposition. And from those who were freed already, we have Zhang Shan, who is a journalist, and therefore she does influence a lot of people. So, if I might ask this to consider in these 2 lovely days that you have left of the conference, writing a letter, you'll have all the things you need there, all the tutorials or all the papers, everything. Yeah. So that was my funny little presentation. And if we have time, I don't know if we do, I am open to questions naturally.
We are having few minutes, so if you're like having 1, 2 questions, you can ask in the Slido again. I hope by now you are already all having the QR code scanned. Anybody joining the speakers list? I see some people writing. I'm not sure if the questions.
I hope they're long. I love long questions.
But you're staying a bit longer in here, right? So people can ask you also in person.
Yeah. You can ask me by dinner, at the dinner. I'm sorry. and then if you're going to Brno this evening, then probably in the train. But I am really sorry, I can't stay here for the rest of the conference.
Okay, so. Okay, I see a question. So we have a question from Alexei.
So, Alexei, Juva from ESN Brno. You quickly mentioned about how do you identify these cases, mostly about it's being viable. But are there any specific standards or any specific guidelines the Amnesty International uses to identify these cases that you're handling?
Yes, there are guidelines. I am sorry not to have read them, but the thing is that there are bodies which do this, like organizational bodies, and they are on two levels. They are on the international level, which means that these people not only have to be aware of the rules of what we can and cannot pick as a case, but they also have to agree with each other, which means that there are a lot of voices in there, which reduces the potential of problematic cases being there. And the same applies at the national level. Did that answer your question?
Before we jump to the second question, I would like to propose to close the speakers list. Any objection? I see two more. Okay, so after we jump to these three questions, I propose to speak to close the speakers list right now. So, any objection? So, I'm closing the speakers list. And we proceed with the question from Radmila.
Okay, Radmila Centnerová, ESNCZ. Thank you for the presentation. I have a question. What's the deadline to write these letters for these people?
How difficult is the answer? Now, this entire campaign takes place from, if I'm not mistaken, the 7th of November till the 15th of December, but I think it's viable to write them even after that. A lot of organizations make these events around Christmas because it's such a jolly time to write a letter. And yeah, you can either write one letter yourself, or you can organize an event, or you can join an event. These three things are what you can do. And more, if you have more imagination, probably more. These are the main three.
Next question is from Jaroslav.
Thank you. My question is, does Amnesty International have successful... my name is Yaroslav, I'm from ESN UP Olomouc. Thank you. And does Amnesty International have successful cases in countries like China or Belarus? I mean, close countries that don't care about democratic world and have dictatorship?
Well,
thank you.
I don't know of any cases from Belarus in particular, but you can see here Zhang Chan is from China. So it is possible to reach even such secluded countries.
Thank you. And the last question from Philip here in the front. That's a nice workout today. Hope you didn't go to the gym.
Hello, Philip Wagner, ESNCZ, and my question would be if we know exactly who will be addressing in the letters, if we can say, dear sir, dictator, like exactly, or is it just to some general office, or just like release this person?
So if I'm not mistaken, you're usually addressing the letter to the leader of the country or the leader of something, but all these logistical details we are aware of, and that is the reason why there are letters that you can get inspired by available at the place you will write the letters. So there will be the address, I forgot the name of the thing I was thinking. I'm sorry, I'm a bit jet-lagged. But all the things you need to write in the letter are there.
And are there like multiple addresses for one case? Like I want to write to this ministry and decide also to this, or?
Just a reaction, Veronika Plchva, ESNCZ. Actually, tomorrow and on Sunday, you will have an opportunity to write a letter to support the case of Belarus and Czech Republic. There will be the stand where will be like, you know, the pencils and the papers, and there will be also examples letters. So there's exactly address and name of the person to who you should write this letter. So they're like examples, so it's not just blind writing. Plus there are the case cards, so exactly there is a like picture of the person who we are gonna support, and also like short descriptions of their case. So it's not just blind writing, so you will have some examples to who address the letter tomorrow and on Sunday.
Yeah, you should probably stick to the address that is on the example letter to answer your question.
Thank you for the answer.
I thank you.
Now we're going to proceed with a presentation of European Commission and Eurocenter, and it's going to be held by the representative of the Eurocenter in Zlín. So I would like to give a word to Livia, and I would just like to notice you that although the presentation is in English, she will be speaking in Czech.
Dámy a pánové, dobrý večer. Já jsem ráda, že vám to tady můžu osvěžit češtinou. Takže hned jako první, kdo je z vás dneska šťastný? Ruku nám. Všichni jsme šťastní. Já jsem šťastná, že jsem tady s vámi. Jsem moc ráda, že jsem vás mohla trošičku zaktivizovat, protože už je večer, všichni už se určitě těšíte na večeři, na drink, na tu party, která vás čeká. Takže já vás držím jenom chviličku. My jsme z Úřadu vlády České republiky, ta zřizuje Eurocentra Zlín, jsme v každém kraji. A co pro vás můžeme udělat? Můžeme vám pomoct zlepšit váš život tím, že se přihlásíte na stáž do Evropské komise, do Evropského parlamentu nebo kamkoliv jinam. To je první věc. Druhá věc, můžete přijít k nám na stáž. Vidím, že se mi to tady krásně všechno pomíchalo. Můžete přijít i k nám na stáž, není to vůbec žádný problém, moc rádi vás uvidíme. Třetí věc, kterou pro vás můžeme udělat, je samozřejmě ta, že vám můžeme do výuky kamkoliv pozvat jakéhokoliv odborníka z EU jako takové. Takže já jsem teď třeba v Fakultě logistiky krizového řízení pozvala odborníka z OLAFu, není to ten sněhulák z Frozenu, ale je to úřad na boj proti podvodu, mimochodem vyšetřovali třeba i pana Babiše, o tom jsme ale samozřejmě mluvit nemohli. Tak, to je naše práce. Jsme, jak jsem říkala, v každém kraji a moc rádi vás uvidíme. Všechny služby, které poskytujeme, jsou bezplatné. A abyste věděli, jak se dostat do té EU, tak prosím, na našich stránkách, jmenuje se to Tvoříme Evropu, si najdete na Kariéra EU a potom už přímo je tam průvodce EPSO-testy. Já bych teď asi poprosila, jestli byste mi mohli kliknout na ten druhý odkaz. Druhý, ten.
So, you want your job? What are you two? Me and we have many hunter. Me all together. You hunt together. These days, many men. So, they was here, sorry. They get more time. Hunter? Maybe get it? Why you leave that trap? That's more time. Me make it a bit bigger. How long you with that trap? 10 minutes. 10 minutes? Me hear you leave out the 2 months. Me hear you leave and go travel around playing with friends. Me too. Me don't try to chase for something. Me just want to play. Me gotta just eat them. Yeah. That's lovely. Little.
Děkuju. A můžete dát ještě ten první, prosím, ten nadpis EPSO. Tak a přesně proto, abyste neskončili takhle, abyste si to nacvičili, aby to bylo všechno fajn, pořádáme ve 3 různých krajích, u nás nejbližší Olomoucký a Moravskoslezský, s pánem, francouzským pánem teda, přímo z EPSO testů. Půjde to, myslíte? Asi ne, nevadí. Tak, pořádáme zkoušku právě tady těchto EPSO testů, kde si nacvičíte, jak vypadá pohovor, jakou strategii máte mít na to, abyste ten EPSO test úspěšně vyplnili a potom se dostali do dalšího kola. Současně také spolupracujeme s Úřadem práce České republiky, kde sídlí takzvaná EURES síť, tu určitě všichni dobře znáte. Kdybyste se chtěli vydat třeba jenom na 3 měsíce, dejme tomu na Island, nebo kamkoliv jinam, třeba do Finska, dělat tam elfy, teď je po nich velká poptávka v Santa Clausovské vesničce a vydělat si krásné peníze, zažít polární záři a jiné krásné věci, jako je krmit soby, můžete se obrátit zase na Eurosporace, sedí na úřadu práce v každém kraji a veškeré informace, které oni poskytují, jsou taktéž zdarma. Tak, i u nás na stránkách se můžete podívat, jak takové EPSO testy probíhají, co všechno musíte mít, co musíte splňovat a jak se na to připravit. Samozřejmostí jsou nejlépe 2 jazyky, a to angličtina a francouzština. Pokud nemáte, nevadí, klidně můžete uvést i švédštinu. Nezapomeňte ale prosím, že u toho pohovoru bude sedět někdo, kdo se vás opravdu švédsky zeptá na něco velmi pikantního. Není to, jaká byla cesta, ale například, co si myslíte o politické situaci. A budete muset reagovat. Na to všechno vás dokážeme připravit, takže pokud budete chtít, prosím, neváhejte se na nás obrátit, moc rádi vám pomůžeme a vyjdeme vstříc. Tak a to je za mě všechno. Děkuji za pozornost a těším se na otázky.
I'm opening the speakers list. So again, your chance to ask the questions in Slido, state your name, section, and the question itself.
Pokud samozřejmě žádné otázky nejsou, já tady ještě chvíli zůstanu, klidně se za mnou zastavte osobně a můžeme se pobavit.
We will give it just a few more seconds. There is a question. We are having a question from Emma.
Emma Fabriova, ESNCU Prague. I wanted to ask if the preparation for EPSO test is only for Czech citizens, Nebo jestli chcete česky, tak jestli ta příprava na ty EPSO testy je jenom pro české občany, nebo ne?
Ano, tady toto je především pro české občany, ale protože tady studuje i spousta slovenských kolegů, tak u nikoho opravdu nekontrolujeme občanku při vchodu.
The next question is from Radmila.
Radmila Centnerová, ISNCZ. Moc děkujeme za prezentaci. Já bych se chtěla zeptat, jestli ty stáže, které jste zmiňovala, jsou vhodné pro absolventy jakéhokoliv oboru.
Ano, pokud se podíváte na naše stránky, tak teď například hledáme někoho do Frontextu. Pokud myslíte ty evropské stáže, můžete se tam podívat, jaké jsou tam deadliny, co všechno potřebujete, kolik dostanete peněz dokonce. A pokud myslíte stáže u nás, u úřadu vlády, tak bereme kohokoliv. Prosím.
You're having the next question from Teresa.
Tereza Otcová, ISNCZ. A moc děkujeme za prezentaci. Já jsem se chtěla zeptat, možná jsem vás jenom špatně pochopila, proč je možné si vybrat pouze z českého, francouzského, švédského jazyku? Proč nemůžeme mít druhý jazyk nějaký jiný, například?
Samozřejmě, že máte možnost jakýkoliv jazyk Evropské unie, všechny jazyky jsou úředními jazyky Evropské unie. Já jsem uváděla pouze příklady, protože často se stává, že někdo napíše jako druhý jazyk slovenský jazyk a tak to bohužel kolegové neplatí.
Jo, moc krát děkuji. Já jenom jsem se právě obávala, že jde pouze francouzština a švédština. Tak.
So, I don't see any more questions for now, so okay, we have one more. So before we jump into the question, can I suggest to close the speakers list? Any objection? Amazing. So I'm closing the speakers list, and the last one is from Maria.
Okay, thank you. First in English, so everybody can understand. You mentioned that we have, you will be able to maybe provide some experts or other EU personnel for workshops for us. Could you maybe mention which from, like, can it be anybody? Which agencies, for example, can they be from? What they can talk about? Chcete i česky nebo?
Ne, děkuji. Děkuji. Ano, zmiňovala jsem, že my dokážeme přinést i odborníky, ať už z Evropského parlamentu nebo z Evropské komise, jak do výuky, tak třeba pro vás na nějaké workshopy. Není to pro nás problém. Podmínkou je, aby jsme to mohli zaplatit, že musí být Češi. Musí být Češi, je to strategie na podporu Čechů, aby se zvýšil počet Čechů v Evropské unii v institucích jako takových. Každopádně, pokud vás zajímá, teď mi napadá třeba na rozšíření, co jsem měla teď minulý týden, opět pro fakultu logistiky krizového řízení. Teď budu mít pro fakultu managementu a ekonomiky bývalého zástupce Evropské komise, který se staral o rozvojovou pomoc, který mi řekne právě rozvojovou pomoc, finanční hledisko, jak to vypadalo pro FHS, dokonce plánujeme paní překladatelku, tlumočníci, aby věděli, jak to vypadá, na co se připravit, kdyby se hlásili na této pozice. Takže záleží na vás, co vás zajímá a my vám budeme být co nejvíce.
Thank you so much for the presentation. And we are having the last presentation from our partners, Time Travels. So I would like to give a word to Berit, the Time Travels representative.
Hello. Hello from the north. Hello from Finland. Hello from Estonia. Hello from Scandinavia. Super happy to be here and super happy to finish the official itinerary of today's schedule as well. I'm Berit and coming from Time Travels. That's a travel agency. And we have been traveling around with students quite for some years. yeah. So we have a bit of experience mostly in the north. So we do have, okay, here you see some numbers as well, just to support the talk. So mostly our focus is on student tours, student trips. And we work with internationals. So normally, when students come to study, like to Stockholm or to Helsinki, to Oslo, so we organize the trips in the area. So all our guides, including me, we have been trained and sort of, yeah, we can say we have been trained to be specialists on certain areas. So we also do some other trips, just in small amounts. You see the numbers on a wall. So just to make some connection with ESN Czech. So I guess, guys, passion, trust, embrace, fresh and fun. This is something that's important for all of us, including for time travelers. Indeed, here you see our partners. So let's start from the bottom. Yeah? Yeah, we have now Czechia here as one of our partners as well. One of the newest ones, but very sweet ones, since we have had now one trip to Zakopane already with ESN Czechia. So, and here you see the others as well, obviously Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and then the Baltic countries, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and Poland as well. And here you see the destinations. This photo or the slide is maybe a little bit too colorful or just for a short seconds too much information. But basically, we do focus on Lapland. So for me, coming here, it was so hot, you know. I'm like, I even didn't put my jacket on. And welcome, you're from Finland, right? Hello, neighbor. So, so it means in Lapland we already have a bit of tiny bit of snow in some places. In some places we had -15 this week. So it's getting there. It's getting there. We are ready for winter. And guys, we want you to come along as well. Come to Lapland. But we do have some other lovely destinations. We have 3 Baltic countries. Really nice sort of cultural adventure trips. So I would say our trips are all about picking up a lot of experiences and discovering new places through doing something, yeah? It's not only sitting in a bus, yeah, and listening to guide like 10 hours in a row. No, we try to avoid it. So guide is there with you all the time, yeah? Basically 24/7. So guide is the specialist on the area, and guide is doing the activities. We do have our own partners, like guide in person. I don't own 250 huskies. Woof, woof. So I need to go to my sort of a partner's farm, yeah, so we can say hello to huskies. We do have Iceland also, and obviously Norway is quite close to our hearts as well. We have Lofoten and fjords. Anything about wilderness, no people, just magnificent landscape. If you're into that, then you travel with us. And obviously a small island of Gotland that belongs to Sweden, and then Saaremaa, Estonia's biggest island. So we do have like a sort of a weekend trips as well, which are long, like 3 days. Lapland is normally, with the transportation, it takes like 5 till 6 days. On spot, normally 4 or 5 days. It depends from where you start. I hope you are having questions how you're getting there in the end of the presentation, but we are getting there. And obviously the lovely one down here, Zakopane. Beautiful, beautiful Tatra Mountains. Absolutely enormous ways of spending time outdoors. So we love the new destination. This is making us excited as well. I hope the same as you guys. And we are going to have more and more trips there. So this is something we are going to sort of develop. All right, here we have some, actually, you can just read some comments, some pictures from this trip that happened now recently in October. I can just refer that this is actually in Slovakia. During the trip, we also visit a cave. And then obviously these two are taken on top of the Tatra Mountains during the hiking trip. Okay. And here you do see that in Lapland we have actually, Lapland, by the way, it's not only 1 or 2 countries, it goes across 4 countries, yeah, from Norway, then to Sweden, then Finland, and also in Russia. What is Lapland? Lapland is a certain sort of nature. So it means it has very few precipitation, so not very humid climate, and very sort of dry and cold. So it's above the Arctic Circle. So when you travel, you go a bit there, so the scenery changes, the landscape changes. And we do have most of our like base camps in Finland, so 5 of them. And then we have actually now we have 2 in Sweden as well. So we started developing a new destination place a little bit more to the south in Swedish side of Lapland. So here what we do, I mean, if you guys have time, I have time for you. But if you have time, I can tell you all sorts of stories what we do in Lapland, yeah? So we do all sorts of winter snow fun. So all activities, what you can ever possibly think that you can do in the snow. So the snow coverage normally in December, it's maybe up to here, but by March, yeah, so in some destinations it's 1.5 meters, and in some places could be even as much as like 2 meters snow, depending really. It's maybe a little bit like a drift snow as well. That depends where you exactly go. But could be, and the years are different. Last year, massive snow cover. Started 15th of November, and then, okay, you can ask me, when do I smell the first spring flowers? I think the first week of June. They're tiny. They are like this tiny. They're this tiny that you need to use a microscope to see them. But then it's after all the snow. Most places have melted for the first week of June. But it's not... it's not sort of an irregularity when it snows in the first week of June as well. So we have a lot of snow. So snowshoe hikes, some skiing exercises. Exercises like basically we tell you about what is cross-country skiing. We do not do downhill skiing so much in Scandinavia. We do have centers, people in general can do it, but this is something people can do on their own. But our target is to take you to really wild places where you couldn't, I can say so, that you couldn't really do much by yourself. So you need a team, you need base camp, you need equipment for that. So we want to show you real wild, wild north. All right, so, okay. Let's see. I've got 2 videos, but let's see if they play. If I just... Space, okay.
Yes.
So these cute moments are just so that it will absolutely melt your heart, you know, cuddling animals, getting to know them. And obviously those husky farms, for example, it's not just like a place for tourists. These are basically basically the centers where we offer some support for dogs who are already old, or they are like abandoned, or it's a mixed breed, or there is some sort of reason. The farms are a little bit, we have, for example, in Finnish side of Lapland, we have, we own our own, we have our own husky farm. But we also do cooperation with 2 others, so 3 farms. And I can't, it's, you know, up in the north, we love tourists, but it's about wilderness. It's about supporting wildlife. It's not, our target is not to bring millions of tourists and ruin the wilderness. So we try to keep it so that it's like nobody knows that we go there. You know what I mean, yeah? So untouched. Okay, let's try the second space now.
Here are the 5 reasons why to do sauna weekly. Reason number 1, all the good health benefits, releasing the stress, relaxation, sauna improves your sleep, and good hormone starts to release. Reason number 2, we Finns are quite modest and shy, but when you go to the sauna with your family or friends, you speak about the topics that you don't normally speak about, so sauna can be really social. Reason number 3, sauna increases your blood circulation, and that means better brain and heart health. Reason number 4, sauna helps you to recover after sports. Your muscles are getting warm and you can stretch. Reason number 5, and the best reason as well, if you combine sauna with the cold explosion, is it explosion? With cold exposure, like rolling in the snow, your immune system gets stronger.
So guys, you need to be ready for this as well, you know. So this is something Finns would do even twice a week, right? Sometimes if you have time, yeah, Wednesdays and Saturdays, or Wednesdays or Fridays, yeah. And during the trip, we can do it every day. And you need it every day. It's a lot of fun. You will enjoy it. And all this, what Karki, the girl who was in the video, so she mentioned, so it is true. So it's good for your health, also for mental health, mental, physical, like the whole body. Okay. Here we have just some keywords about Iceland, Norwegian fjords, and Lofoten. So if you read those through, you see that our tours are all about activity in general, being active. And I think which really adds extra value is this, that guides are professionals and they add extra information like cultural, all the heritage side, what it's good to know as well when visiting a new place. Aha, something practical now came along. So we do have a code. Code is this one, in capital letters. Take a picture. This is your discount code. It gives you a little discount. When you start booking our tour on our website, yep, then so first of all, how our tours are. When we have a very long-term sort of partnership with one certain ESN, sometimes they have a habit to order like a certain date from us. So we provide them with a tour for this certain date, and then we sort of keep it closed only for this university's students, for example. But it's up to you guys, not up to us. We do it as you wish. We have had very many like so-called open tours as well. And another, I would say, really nice thing is that people can mingle when they come together from different places. And, you know, I personally have had twice in my life situation when somebody got to know somebody else, And they came to me like 4 years later on my other tour and said they became a couple. So imagine 4 years later, they're coming on my tour. Oh, we met on your tour and we wanted to like celebrate it. Can you imagine? Yeah, so these things also happen, you know. All this sauna, huskies, skiing, you know, this is also a perfect environment for all good, positive relationship or just to find new friends as well. So you should maybe keep in mind this code. Here, this is Partners website, basically destination by destination. We do have all sorts of materials, so if you guys are going to promote it, so we are supporting you with all sorts of valuable like practical materials as well. And obviously you can easily bombard us with the thousands of questions. We even have a customer service. And so they are like basically 24/7 ready to react, especially when the tour is on. And we have also the guides and our Helsinki, Tallinn office. People, they are, you know, they are ready to react if something needs changing or those sorts of things while traveling might happen sometime. So you get basically 100% of like support. Okay, this I already mentioned. So you can get those nice promo materials from us. And here, let's see if this plays as well.
Time.
Oh, yes.
1 second follows the next, like night follows day. Tick tock, tick tock. But what if you could make a single moment last forever? What if you could fill your moments with experiences that stay with you a whole lifetime? And what if we could all just pretend that moment never happened? It's true what they say. Time flies. But you know what? You are the pilot. In the deepest north, here in Scandinavia, we learned a secret. Living this close to nature, we noticed that there are moments in which all sense of time is lost. Like in the experience of an incredible journey. The unexpected. The fresh and fun. The moment you know you've made new friends. The moment you see something so beautiful you thought you would cry. You see, it's in the moment that we can all be masters of time. And that moment is now. This is what Time Travels is all about. Experience the true north and time travel with us.
So in this video, it was like really quickly taken all this together. Yeah, what is time travel all about, and what can we offer to you? Okay, and some practical information. We have lovely Mikaela in our team. She's working in our Helsinki's office, so she is more than happy to answer your questions as well. And obviously we have a very dear Radmila here. She will be also your sort of, can I say, local partner, yeah? So you see the work hours, you see WhatsApp, so basically you can easily contact her directly as well. No problem. Okay, thank you. We have some people from our office here, Mika in the middle, and thank you guys for those minutes with you here. So I do hope I will see you in Lapland now next time, yeah. And yeah, perhaps let's see if we have any questions.
We do have a time for the questions, so I'm opening the speakers list and you can be sending out your questions with your names and section into the Slido. We're gonna give it a couple of seconds so you have your time to write. We already have the first question from Alexei.
ESM Brno. Just about the logistics of the travels, is it usually from end to end? So if I would want to go from Czechia to Lapland, for example, do I need to make my own way to Rovaniemi, I guess, and from there you will pick me up, or is there some travel included?
Yeah, thank you, Alexei, for this nice question. This is super important question, and actually now is the moment when we are back in Helsinki and Tallinn, thinking about how we can solve it the smoothest. So obviously, traveling by bus from here would take you too long time to get to Lapland. We would lose like maybe 4 days, even 4.5 days maybe. So what's easiest for you is to fly into Rovaniemi. And I can't today, I cannot officially, but very quietly, I can say that maybe there will be slight, how to say, a price, some sort of twist, so that you wouldn't pay the same price for like that takes you from the southern part, like from Helsinki to Rovaniemi to Lapland, yeah, because this is, if you haven't been there, for these people, it takes you like maybe 12 hours, 13 hours, yeah, by bus from the capital of Finland to go to Lapland. Almost the same from Stockholm, if you start from Oslo as well, quite a long journey, yeah. So I would personally recommend, it's easy for you to check if you can get cheap flight to Rovaniemi or Ivalo, depending now what sort of tour, what dates suit you the best. Yeah, because then we have open tours, and then we can continue this discussion if it's possible to get it different price and start from there. It would save your time quite a lot. I think starting from Czechia, for me it sounds the only way is to fly closer. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, the next question is from Radmila.
Radmila Centnerová, ESNCZ, thank you very much for your presentation. As you said, we have a new destination, Zakopane in Poland. Are you maybe planning to include any new destination into your itinerary? Or not?
Thank you. This was also a very good question. So now we are going to develop Zakopane's destination a little bit more further. So we want to make it a bit more, to include more stuff there. Yeah. So it will be probably still 3 days, maybe even 4 days, we see, because Tatra Mountains, we see it as a really nice destination as well. And we think there are very, very many possibilities for an active trip. Yeah, mainly hiking, but also some other activities we can sort of tie around it. So the answer would be Zakopane still, and the Tatra Mountains, mountain range. Thank you.
The next question is from Veronika.
Veronika Plchva, ESNCZ, please, because we could read, and you told us some feedback from the students from the Zakopane trip. Please, could you share the feedback from the Zakopane Time Travels Guide, how he or she enjoyed, and how was it?
So I actually was the Oh, I love the next one as well, but this is good. Thank you for the question. So I was the tour guide for this first Zakopane trip, and first of all, obviously, weather makes everything perfect. So the weather we got in the mountains this time was just fantastic, and the feedback from students was also really good. They enjoyed the scenery, they enjoyed the landscape. They even enjoyed the we had super simple hotel booked in the middle of Zakopane, but I would say like it's not 5-star, it's like basic, because you see we try to offer affordable price for our students as well, and it's not just financially possible to offer 5-star hotels, but they enjoyed that. Breakfasts were all included, and what I noticed was this, that even despite of this, that we started like a night drive from Prague, we were in the bus traveling since 10 p.m. in the evening till like 7 o'clock in the morning. We had a night drive, but people were so ready to discover the area from the minute on we got there. And that was so positive as well, because you sort of see the beautiful scenery, you forget about the tiredness, you forget that you have been a long time in the bus, maybe not slept so well, but you have a nice local breakfast, and then your body will restart. So me as a guide, my reflection is that everybody really enjoyed the trip. And they were even ready to do more than it was in itinerary, which why we are going to make some changes, in itinerary. And now, the next.
Hello, Philip Wagner, ESNCZ, and my question would be if you offer job internships or like job positions for ESNers because of like their experience, since they are more suited to be like guides or something like that.
Actually, what we offer for ESNers is most of the trips will have 2 places for ESNers that travel for free. So this is like the price we can give you for helping to sell the trip, to advertise it, to give the message to right people so people can book it. So for every trip, this is like the rule of the thumb, like this. Yeah. And very rarely normally we offer 2 places. If the group is super small, we can offer 1. But this super small means like less than 30 people in the group. And normally we have very rarely those. Lapland tours sell out very quick, normally. But I do realize that if you go back to the map, so if you're studying, if you're staying in Scandinavia, going to Lapland, it's not such a long way than going from here. So this, obviously, it's understandable. But I think all this wilderness, this pure snow, this fact that there are maybe 200 kilometers, not even a house, no one lives there, so we are in this area. So it is very different, perhaps from central parts of Europe as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And for the last question, I would just like to mention that this is not a relevant question for the National Assembly, and I would like to encourage you to ask these things personally with a representative of Time Travels. Thank you. I would like to propose to close the speakers list now. Any objections? Amazing. So I'm closing the speakers list, and thank you again for the presentation.
Thank you so much. And if you don't mind, then yes, if you come to Rovaniemi, then I will take you to Real Center. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Now I would like to ask Paya to come down in here and tell you a bit more about the upcoming dinner and the OC program.
Okay, guys, are you hungry? Yay! Okay, so for those of you who don't have the name tags yet, there's gonna be one person from OC outside the plenary room, and you can get your name tags there, because on the other side you have all the food for the weekend. Okay, so you will just give it to the person in the canteen, and they will bring you the food. If you are vegan, just say it to them and they will know. Yeah, the dinner is served from 6 to 7 at U13. There will be some OC people outside the faculty to wait for you, so you can all go there, so don't get lost. Or you can also go to the accommodation now. You can also go to the accommodation now, or whatever you want. What else? Yeah. And the breakfast, yeah, that's held from 7 to 10 p.m. at the hotel, and during that time, so AM. Yeah, sorry. And during that time, you will also get the chance to finish your registrations tomorrow morning and get your welcome packs. And at 8 p.m. we have the start of the official program, social program. We have the retro pub quiz at Hasičárna. It's like 10 minutes from the hotel. You guys gonna make teams around like 6 people, so you can already think about it. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if you have any questions. No, I guess. Oh, the voting devices, yeah, put back here. Okay, thank you guys.